Yo. For me, everybody. Like, no, a bunch of celebrities can't and shouldn't be able to do this. You're just fucking garbage-ass idiots that are causing problems for everybody. Quote-unquote, the stars are supposed to be this, like, group of luminaries, but they're just a bunch of idiots watching, like, abusive behavior and letting it happen. They aren't doing fuck all. And then they're like, this or that about... against... this or that. Oh. This might be him.
My second honesty is my son. And I admitted it to Edgar. I spoke this too.
Yo, how are you today?
How you doing?
Good.
Nice. What you got there?
Matthew, nice to meet you. I got
Matthew.
I got hit by a car 2 days ago.
Man, you okay?
Yeah, I'm doing well.
Did you get it on video?
Yeah, I did.
Did you?
You can actually go see it on YouTube if you want.
Wow. No, I'm good.
Yeah, I just need the gas turned on.
Okay.
And
is your meter locked out? Did they?
I'm unsure.
Okay. Let's go look at your meter first, and we'll.
All right. I'm gonna let you know. I don't know where it is on this house. This is my grandma's house.
Okay.
I believe it could be around this side.
Okay.
And if you give me a moment to grab something, I'll be right out.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
My guess that it was on the side here is I know there's a gas. Oh, yeah, here it is.
So the valve is shut off here.
All right.
What I need from you, because they won't talk to me, I need you to call Centerpoint and find out if they shut this off.
All right.
Now, I have a 99% probability that they did not do it, because if they did, they would have put a lock on it.
Okay.
Unless the guy that did it was just lazy and didn't put it in, or maybe he forgot, but that's why we need to call and find out if they shut this off for a reason.
All right.
If they shut it off for a reason, means there's probably a gas leak or something going on, and that needs to be addressed before we can turn the gas back on.
Okay.
So, that's
And everything's got to be brought up to code.
Gotcha.
well, if it's just a matter of the valve's got to get turned back
up to
on,
code.
then we can do that. But
Up until last February, my grandma was living in it, and only then was there some kind of issue. Yo.
Can we talk to you for a second?
Sure.
Okay. You got anything in your pockets?
No weapons or anything.
Okay,
Put your bottles down for me, would you? Just go ahead, just put it on
What's
the floor.
going on here?
We'll explain in a bit.
Have you seen this?
Just let them make sure.
You have no knives or anything like that?
No, I don't. I think I might have to call you guys back later.
Yeah, we have him detained right now. Y'all can slow down. You got a misdemeanor warrant for your arrest right now, guy.
I know.
Okay. Well, that's why we're here. We're here to arrest you on that.
Wait, a warrant on my arrest for what?
Some type of harassment. I don't know, it's out of the county.
But it's out of the county?
Yep. He's got blood on his hands. So you got any blue gloves?
I got hit by a car yesterday, and would you be very careful? My finger's sliced open, and like, I really don't.
Man, that was wild, man. I'm glad you didn't get hurt even worse than you did.
Can you turn this way for me?
I can turn this way.
Thank you.
Why are you guys doing this? I mean, you guys can see that they created a quiet death squad to harass me, and you guys, like, I've been asking for help, and nobody at the police has helped me. You guys have hurt me. You guys are playing part in torture. This is 2019.
We're gonna talk to you in a bit, okay?
Are you guys really gonna help me?
We hope so.
Like, they created a character to abuse me. Nick Vo's playing part in it. You guys haven't helped with that. They, like,
Who is Nick Vo?
Detective Nick Vo, the police officer here? Is he a police officer here?
Who is he with, you know?
I'm unsure.
Is he with us?
He met me in the police station, and
I'm
he.
gonna take this off, okay?
Can I wear it or have
No,
some?
you can't wear
These
it.
guys have theirs on.
I know, but theirs never gets anywhere. That's been my point. It like I can't get it on YouTube, and my rights have been violated.
What's your username?
Yo-Yo X3.
Yo-Yo X3.
Yeah.
Hey, can I keep my wristband or not? Is there a reason why I can't keep them? Yeah, why do y'all shut them?
So you can't use this.
Oh, I'm trying to make an album out of that, that's why. That's my motivation. I've been this for too long. I'm gonna go right.
You want my other one?
You said who? On God.
Put that in your album.
On God. I just want my face on it so I can know my shit.
I had two.
Lucky I didn't have my other one, man. My number was 746. Cool.
What's that? Let me see.
This is another armband.
I had two.
I'm trying to tell you. Look, you gonna look at that picture in a few years, you gonna be like, damn,
You already
man,
recorded.
you should keep it, bro. Oh, you recording right now?
Always.
Hey, look,
You should keep your socks
I'm from Houston,
They were
Katy
soft.
area. Y'all gonna see this face very soon.
Look it up. I put this on YouTube. This will be on YouTube. Yo-Yo X3. All
Yo-Yo
one
X3?
word. Y-O-Y-O X3.
bro.
Do it.
I support businesses, bro. I support the people, bro.
625, 68.
Hey, but look, follow me on Snap.
All right.
DK So Raw. I'm talking to you,
I gotta
other
make
people.
I gotta make a snap, but
Okay, bet,
everybody will
bet.
follow you once
You
this
feel me,
happens.
everybody? This Prince Super, you already know. King out of Colorado, came to the H.
The
You know, I
real,
got
the
locked
real
up,
blue
man.
DAREAL 6LUE.
Yeah, you know, CEO Super Auto Gang. You know me racing. I'm that nigga that be in the Tesla.
Yeah, it's fucking these hoes, man. All 2019, man. Keep it straight up.
Yeah.
You know, shout out to the boy Daddy Long Neck.
It's 9:32, bro. We out this hole.
I can still catch the bus.
Oh yeah. You
Yeah, you early.
You got 2.5 hours,
I
bro.
thought it was like 10.
Hey, so what the bus gonna go to?
932.
I gotta go to the
I
bus.
got a 1960 on board.
That's where I'm
Yeah,
going.
look this up on YouTube right now, and you'll find this. Like this video will 100% be on YouTube by like the end of the week.
I'm always called I'm gonna just follow you when I get home because I don't have enough battery to do all that.
All right.
Hey, your phone on?
Take the bus
Yeah.
to
Let me
1960.
make the call.
Yeah, I'll take
I got
all
you.
the way down.
Alright, so
Hey, you have to which?
I'm about to call after.
We're gonna go to
I-
There you go.
I got you.
All
one word.
I'm just trying to make that shit happen so I can make my ride pull up. with my shit.
You need money or
Mom,
something?
I'm out.
You need money or something?
You buy one to my mom and get a taxi.
Yeah, all right.
Alright, couple. But yeah, we'll take the train, then we gotta take 2 buses.
That's good, man. Almost like.
Is that real air?
Yeah, bro.
It didn't work?
Nah, I don't want to. What that say?
Yeah, what's good?
Fit.
Look at there. Hospital. 713.
Squad.
Hey, look. Hey,
Yeah, 20 degrees.
hey, first,
Oh, damn.
first seconds the free roll, man. Look, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's a blessing.
God is good, man.
Yes. Yes. Hallelujah.
Factory young man.
No, sir. Thank you.
Hey, what we afraid of the motherfucker?
I love your shirt, though. Thank you. I love your shirt.
Hey, they afraid of the motherfucker in this whole man.
No, I'm all right. Thank you. All right, everybody. Have a blessed one. Alright, give me a moment. Just bonded out of jail. This is the battery that's left in this was the battery that was already left. Oh shit. I want to walk down that one, but I'm gonna go down this one because it's actually closer to the way I need to go. All right, I got like 100 battery. It is 9:35, Thursday, March 7th.
Hopefully this doesn't fall into the bayou. One moment.
Yo. All right. So let's look. It's cloudy around. Apparently while I was in, there was insane weather, like lightning strikes all over Southern California hitting things, and you know, all the other weather related stuff that's likely connected to the Word of God being abused, actually, like as it would indicate and describe in that book that like 1 billion people follow, more than 1 billion people. But just in reality, you can see what's going on. So I'm going to walk back and check it. So I'm gonna walk back in a way that makes this make tons of sense as to where I am. Well, I say tons of sense. I don't think I've put any videos of myself going to Too Sweet Up yet, so maybe it doesn't make as much sense. And by the way, last time I got out, shit. So that place was like the new processing center and jail facility, but this was the old one. So last time I got out, first of all, this was pretrial services, I think. Maybe down that way is pretrial services, maybe that building, something like that. And last time I got out, so the last video when I got out of like one of those, like a door right there, that door, it's kind of a blue door. That door. And I came out. This time, inmate processing center, see? This is the old one. And now, everybody's booked into joint processing, so there are people from all different places. They took me, when they picked me up, so check this out. It's really obvious Detective Nick Vo is angry at the fact that, first of all, he is historically going down as an abusive police officer who's made terrible decisions in this case. There are clearly a group of women attacking me. Clearly the women that are playing part. Clearly all these women are subject to being looked at as involved in attacking me, like with these people. You can't cross any of them out because they're clearly taking part. They wouldn't have been like with Brittany or Deborah Gossip. She wouldn't have been just going around like following the exact things that I'm posting on Twitter if she wasn't trying to make some kind of point to me. And then when Detective Nick Vo's like, well, and this is for all of them because this is not actually true, when he says that I haven't had communication with them since 2009, and that's not true. And nor is it nor is a lot of the story accurate. So what ended up happening, by the way, I got hit by the car, whenever I got hit by the car, on Monday or something, on the 3rd. Whenever the 3rd was. I don't even know what the 3rd was. Was it Sunday? I mean, I went to go get a Glock because people are threatening me, actually. Like, I went to go get a gun. Not because I'm being threatened by police, but because the police aren't protecting me. They're watching me on my live stream be, literally be threatened. And not only are they not doing anything, they wanted to make the point that when I've said that they have abused away my life, like my mom's a hardworking lawyer here. She's worked on cases for, she's a guardian ad litem for a number of child protective services cases. I've worked with her on a number of these cases. That's basically what we were doing. And she does that instead of doing jobs which would be, I think, that would get her more money, but that don't actually do anything for people. My mom's a good woman. She doesn't charge people more than they need, like more than they can afford. As a lawyer, that's very difficult to find someone who's like that. My aunt is a hardworking judge. I mean, my dad's retired. He worked as a civil courts coordinator. By the way, is it snowing out here? Like you can see as it's as it's these like little flakes of something. I mean, it seems like it's snowing or something. It's like little drizzles. But okay, so I mean, my mom and dad are good, hardworking people. My aunt is almost 100 years old. She's almost, I mean, my grandma's almost 100 years old. She's literally one of the few centenarians here in America. I think she's one of the few what are going to obviously be 100-year-olds here in Houston, Texas. Literally, I'm living in her house that she has been harassed out of. Like, it's really obvious people are trying to fuck with my family in really subtle, snaky ways and abuse us out of our land, abuse me out of my money, abuse my mom and dad who've been working really fucking hard. Not just that, they're good people. And they don't deserve to see me go through this. They don't deserve to have some corrupt police officer like Nick Vo. Nick Vo, instead of looking at the evidence and instead of engaging this in any real way, Nick Vo decided to put false probable cause down. Which, okay, the judge has found, the judge on that case found that there was probable cause. By the way, the judge on this case found that there was probable cause. But on the other thing, he found that there wasn't. And I believe if it hadn't been written wrong, Nick Vo has written 4 things. How could these 4 things, they're 4 different women, or 3 different women, and then one of them is like, I'm being double charged for it somehow, like they put it again on me. Which, I don't understand how they can do that. Yeah. I don't actually think that that's legal. Like, I really believe it's obvious that the book of Daniel and the Bible and the book of Revelation is about, also, by the way, this happened the fucking day after I insulted Islam and goddamn Mohammed bin Salman and his dumbass father, or his dumbass son, whichever, Saudi Arabia. And I insulted Islam, and I think that they pay people off to like harass me down on me here, because I mean, Sharia law doesn't actually exist here, but they can pay off some corrupt police officers to harass me. I mean, fuck Islam, actually. These fucking dumbasses are all gonna burn in hell, actually. Like, actually. Do you get that? It's a fake rape religion. It means to submit. You're supposed to submit to the fake god emperor of Iran or whomever, wherever the fuck, as they mecha slam rape you into submission or something. But the end of the Bible is, I think that they attacked me, and I'm a representative of the people, but also just America. Like, nobody wants to be fucked over by these garbage ass idiots who aren't helping anything. They just continue a brain dead ass reality that doesn't make sense or help anybody. And they use all their oil money to do so. So, I think that they paid off some fucking people here in Houston, specifically like Nick Vo and some other police officers. And, you know, anybody, I mean, Sylvester Turner's on camera meeting with them. Like, how corrupt could you get, Sylvester Turner? Every day, just constant corruption, not engaging. Houston actually could have the majority of the money in the world as a cryptocurrency fintech capital, and we should be on the way to it, or at least a powerhouse within that. But instead of that, like when I was arguing with the cop over automation, how is this, I mean, how much has he been paid to argue against, you get more money, you don't have a job? How much has he been paid? Like, does he just like abusing people as a police officer? Does he like that authority? No, you can't do that. That goes away. Do you get that? Like, all this dumbass abusive society goes away. We go to a place that actually works. Like, these people living under this bridge here. I mean, under my reality, they don't have to live under this bridge. This gets fixed for them. You get it? Even Too Sweet actually is more of a hub and a modern place. But when I'm being harassed and abused by the police, by any and every group that isn't engaging my reality, I mean, honestly, I believe the idea of Stephanie Justin is, did Rock Nation and some people play the silent treatment around me, and it's just come out that they're a bunch of phony-ass rapist idiots? Like, no one gives a fuck about Jay-Z. Like, actually, no one gives a fuck. Like, they would if you were actually supporting people in the community and of the people. Same thing with Beyonce, but nobody gives a fuck. I'm pretty sure while I'm in these places, these people have paid off whomever to like make this embarrassing and cause problems for me. I mean, actually, it seems like that silent treatment thing didn't work because it's really obvious they're just a bunch of phony hypocrite rappers and shit, and like it's really frustrating fucking every day. Are they not? Are you guys not? I mean, you guys want to speak up about abuse that you could fucking end? Like, all these people having their lives abused away, any and all these fucking celebrities, they could do something, but they aren't. They actually aren't. They're watching this corrupt police officer, Nick Vo, abuse my family, and they might even be fucking paying for it. I mean, actually. Along with the other interests, like, I mean, obviously, Beyonce is wearing a veil and shit, or like on my Instagram it looks like Beyonce is trying to suggest she's actually a Muslim, and like that's the idea, is like the gods, you know, the gods, the idea of the Nation of Islam. But all the Nation of Islam was is some rich ass Arabs, oil money Arabs, paying off some really malleable black men who would destroy their own communities to put out bullshit for the House of Saud and Arabia. I mean, actually, and connected to a number of wealthy sovereigns around the world who, you can't have sovereignty, you can't have fuck all if you're attacking the one goddamn sovereign that actually exists. You get your sovereignty because the people allow you to be kings and queens. That ends when you attack literally the word of God. You're basically trying to prove the point that you would attack them. All the people know that, because that's the point of when you're putting me in a place and then you're attacking me, you're saying you'll attack fucking anybody. That's the idea of a sacred cow, do you get it? So why would anybody want to be in that position? Like, why would anybody be in that? That's why it changes, because nobody wants it. Yeah. I think people just want to get out and on with their lives. I think it's really, first of all, it's really obvious that the police are watching me. They've brought up a number of times that they're watching my videos, but they haven't engaged any of the real criminal activity that's going on in my fucking videos. Like, the whole point was, well, I didn't rat on these people, I didn't call the police, but they attacked me and they won't stop fucking attacking me, so I'm just making it really obvious that they're publicly attacking me and abusing me. And you know what happens? Well, they're the more funded, wealthier, connected to oil money people, and yeah, they're going to abuse me. That seems to be really fucking obvious. So Nick Vo, Nick, you are just clearly, like, as I'm walking and talking, you're being watched by the NSA and the FBI for abusing away a loved family here in Houston, Texas, with a gang of fucking blue criminals. Like, how does he not get this? How does he not get this? Not all police officers are fucking blue criminals. These specific officers are criminals. They're abusing people here in Houston. I believe there's evidence that they've had sexual conduct inappropriately with these women who are trying to rat out on me. I believe that the NSA would be able to say yay or nay, to say yeah or no on that one. Do you get it? LCP. I think the law mad is that the way humanity makes up for this is that they get locked out of something in reality land. Like, these people are attacking me at my sexuality, and they have been since my childhood, to make an abuse example out of me. Actually, like, one of the ways they've been attacking me since my childhood is my dad took pictures of me. Just like any father might take pictures of their son or daughter, but like at the beach or something, right? Where I'm drinking a 7-Up, but I'm naked, right? And it's just like, oh, it's our fun family pictures. I don't think it occurred to my dad when he went and took those and got those developed that the people would make copies and that I would end up on the internet, but I believe I have. I believe I've been abused since my childhood in ways sexually that I think they found me and then created an abuse system around me. And like, I think that has been part of this thing around me. Is I think some of the pedophiles really, like, I think I'm some sort of like, I was some CP gold to them, actually. And they thought it was, they thought it would be nice to rape away my life as from my childhood, because it's not okay to be using those pictures in that way. I mean, I don't think my dad wanted, I'm assuming my dad wouldn't have wanted that, actually. Like, I don't think he wanted that outcome. It's like misting or snowing right now. I don't think he would have wanted that outcome, right? Where there are naked pictures of him, I mean me as a baby, all around. Like, actually, whether I want it or not. And part of my point with a lot of these models, like Alessandra Ambrosia and what she's doing with her daughter, by the way, is that if her daughter at some point in the future decides, no, that I didn't want that, like, you just let a whole bunch of gross old men rape me as a child, and then like tried to make it socially acceptable and normal because you're just a dumb rapist whore. Like, if her daughter Anja ever decided that at any point, that would be the end of reality, because I've made such a fucking big deal over this that it's really obvious that she just raped her daughter down to rape me. And I think a number of women are. I think a number of women are doing that with their children. I think a number of women have used their bodies in ways like, we live in a system where it's legal for them to attack me with their bodies. And I can't even send them messages and say like, and satire it away. Like, I can't. They can just abuse me. In 2019, these people can have connected themselves. And when they're like, well, what do you mean connected? Well, what happens when you fucking get married? All these people are saying you get bonded to people. What does that even mean? I mean, when you're saying you get married, what the fuck does that even mean? Right? What does it mean when you're getting married to these people? Well, we do this ritual, and I think the ritual says that we're bonded. Wait, no, that's not actually it, because I know a lot of people who do this ritual. They aren't bonded. They're just fucking not good for each other. They were never bonded. I don't know why they connected like this. Do you get it? It's like, it's really obvious. It's going to come out, there's a scientific form of connecting to people, like bonding with people, and these people have tried and have done it to me. Yo.
What's going on, bro?
How you today?
What you do to your arm? Just got out the hospital, my city.
Yeah, I just got out the jail.
What'd you do, bro?
I got hit by a car, man.
Ooh, man, I know you gonna sue their ass. Was you in the right?
Yeah, but I'm a good Christian, and I'm gonna let them stay blessed. I don't.
That's what I did. Youngster had hit me.
in Acres Home, right? I had Tommy live on the back of the truck. This woman, they already had an accident, so paramedics was taking care of, right? He jumped out and presented his, you know,
ID and stuff.
All his shit. I say, no, youngster, go on. But see, God will bless you when you show people love. That's what I do. God bless you. Brother, can I ask you a small favor?
What is your small favor?
Man, I'm on the streets tonight. They just gave me this wine. Can you help me with a couple of dollars, please?
If I had money, I would give you all the money that I had. I have no cash. I just got out of the jail. They stripped me of all my money in the jail, man. Hey, I'll put it like this. I know God is with me, and he'll be with you tonight. You'll get extra money very soon. All right, have a blessed one. What he's saying is true. And, you know, if I had extra cash, I don't even know where there's an ATM around here where I can pull some cash out. Maybe actually, right, could I go to the bar and pull cash out? I don't know how that works. But I really do believe, like, what I'm saying, like, with that is, like, and with what he said there, I mean, there's no reason for me to cause that lady problems. There's literally a whole line of insurance and shit that has to be, like, brought up and all this shit. Instead of, there's actually a better reality where this shit didn't work out like this. Where, first of all, I don't even get hit in the first place because I'm not in the position where I have to go around and doing all this shit. Because I'm not being dealt with, like, being abused by some corrupt police officers. This is really bad in the community, like, actually. Pizza time, pizza time. Like, part of my point has been that, like, okay, I'm about to walk. I'm doing this specifically on purpose. Like, I'm walking this path on purpose. I mean, I kind of, first of all, I walked the path that I did because it's actually, like, the quickest way to the house. So, as I've been saying, first of all, my grandma's house has more history in it than a lot of places in Houston, like a lot of the historical places. My grandma's house has as much or more history in it, actually. I mean, you can see the skyline from the side windows on the house, like, that's the house that my dad was born and raised in. That's the house my grandma was born and raised in. She's about to be 100. Well, I say born and raised in. I think she was born in another house. But I do believe that was the house that, like, she raised my dad and Aunt Carolyn, you know, aunt and everybody in. So I wanted to walk by here. On this video, I want it to be really obvious. I wouldn't have been in jail over there if I hadn't been libeled by Hugo Lagarda. Like, a whole series. If you want to say that a series of unfortunate events can exist, then a series of unfortunate events clearly exists. From the point where Hugo Lagarda actively libeled me. Again, this is seemingly such of a national security issue that, like, people are paying to have me thrown in jail. Like, again, I think only because I quote-unquote insulted Islam. And I think Freemasonry is even one of the ways that Islam and these other fake religions are getting. When I say fake religions, it's people with belief systems that don't add up with reality or science, and they're using them in ways which are abusive directed towards specifically me. Does that make sense? So like they might have figured out tricks within reality to do things, and just like as I've been saying, you can do, there's all sorts of things you can do with enough resources and you have the knowledge. I mean, you could have had electricity and Wi-Fi and shit in the 2,000 years ago if you had the knowledge. Right? What do you think stops people from that? Do you think something actually is stopping people? Like with that situation? Right. What's stopping hyper advanced technology from the future from being like on my being right now? Is it the knowledge of how to do it or use it? Well, it seems like this ancient book's like, all right, we're gonna put a nexus point around you. You're gonna be the singularity with which history and society pushes forward. First of all, you're understanding these concepts, like that an ancient technology could be powerful enough and sent back through time, maybe not even through time, just like you could actuate some technology that's been here. Actually, I mean, it would appear, right? When I'm saying this Wi-Fi, like, well, what if there was a whole advanced civilization? It seems as if a number of people believe that. I mean, actually. So anyway, that's my point with that. So to all these people like, oh, he's crazy about all this religion stuff. The people that have control of an advanced technology that these people cannot understand, it's built inherently off my being. It literally, there is a technology that scans my being, a celestial form of technology. When I say, and there's like, people are just like, how can he prove it? None of this is real. First of all, you can see it happening in real time. The proof comes after, and it's when people are already condemned. Like, the proof is the done. We're done. There's been a massive, like, world-changing earthquake that the world reforms around. So, that's actually been my point on this. You can see it's drizzling right now. And I think some adversary, like this like Satan, right? This concept of Satan is an adversarial group of people trying to steal away that technology that's inherently built in my being. So the way they had to steal it away was to try to use some form of seductive rape tactic. Actually, that's what the Stephanie Jewston character was. Never in the future is that gonna be considered okay. First of all, you can actually provide for everybody in ways where, like, I needed to be provided for, but they didn't. They just abused me. You can actually provide for people. You can actually provide for people. You don't have to worry, like, you don't have to worry. But part of my thing is, people haven't been providing for me at my sexuality. In fact, the opposite. And like now if they make the choice, it's like, congrats, you already raped away. It's like, thanks for the pity. Thanks for the pity, but you raped everybody in humanity. When I say raped, it's, they made a wrong choice, which they weren't linked with that person. It's like women. Wait, stop giving your sexuality away to men that are raping it away from the one whose it belongs to. It definitely belongs to the one where your whole reality ends up being based around that person, instead of this asshole who you whatever decided to like have a child with, or like rape me with the baby. It's like, we need to prove a point to him. I need to prove a point that it's my body. It's like, well, wait. I wasn't saying it wasn't yours, but I am saying if you're connecting to me, it is abuse the way you're using it. So do you want to acknowledge this or no? Do you not want to ever like, actually, you raped away my childhood, you raped away everybody's choice on the planet. And I think, again, it's this Mecca slams fake rape religion which has taught people that's okay. I mean, you can see ISIS with their sex slaves and stuff. First of all, when I'm making jokes about sex slaves, if you're gonna be a sex slave for me, it's only by choice. Actually, I don't want you to be a sex slave like where I'm taking you by force and controlling you. I mean, actually, that's called rape. I'm just not attracted to that. I'm also not attracted to abusing people. And I'm not even really, most of the statements that I send to these women are obviously satirical, and or it's like, why are you like presenting your butthole and not bringing it? Like, actually, like what in the fuck is this reality where you can abuse me in this way, where you've connected yourself to me and I'm like this person you're more connected to than anybody, and you can abuse me in this way? What is this? You can harass from afar. I mean, that's the thing, they can't come and hit me. If they hit me, they'd be fucked. I mean, that's it. They can't hit me, you know, with their flesh sacks. But they can do what I've explained, which is, it's rape. What they've done is rape. They created a fake woman. They seduced me with her. She's multiple women. She was never a real person. They've raped me with her. That's it. And I think that the police have been using her to rape me with her. Like, either she's some kind of HPD, like, I think she's some sort of elite level police, like, rape tactic abuse thing. Like, rape counter, I don't know. I think the police went way the fuck overboard. I think they presented something to the police which was illegal, and the police went forward with it, actually. Like, I think maybe these people were using their art to do something, and then, like, the police ended up taking control of it, because a gang of blue people, like, the only people that could actually defeat the police, actually, are people on thrones. For real. That's why I want sovereignty, and that's why the end of the Bible is, there's a system that's harassing the saints, the set apart of the Most High God. That's Matthew Ray Wilkins, Most High Magistrate on the planet, who's actually dictating whether something is reasonable or not reasonable, or real or not real. Like, over any judges. Like, if a judge is saying something, I can overrule it. Do you get it? Do you get why that would be? Especially when these judges are making judgment calls. When people like Nick Hayes, this says maps. When people like Nick Hayes, Nick Vo, are giving them like false probable cause. Like, a probable cause hearing. So today, by the way, they picked me up. So you're gonna see in the video, they picked me up. Nick Vo, when I made these videos where I'm saying, like, you're raping away my family, you piece of shit, you're not taking this case seriously. You fucked away like at least 6 months of my life. I've lost a ton of money. You've literally been torturing me. I got hit by a car, and the thing where I'm being tortured by these women is more painful. And I'm just being honest. I'm honest all the fucking time. I'm way too fucking honest. Why are these judges and shit, they're literally abusing away everybody's reality because they're not using me in the way properly. But it's like, you aren't supposed to use me. You're supposed to let me do what I'm doing. You aren't supposed to adversarially satanic. That is what adversarial means. That's why this adversarial system here in America is inherently satanic. That's why I'm going to be at the top of it. I give a fuck if you're Satan. I'm gonna have you thrown into hell. How does that sound? That was why I didn't go to jail, by the way, is the judge decided that when I was saying that Nick Vogt deserved to be thrown in lava, I was saying he deserved to go to hell. Yeah, all these people deserve to go to hell, actually. They're abusing and hurting people in reality land. In only a few years, there are going to be laws on the books to look back at this behavior and arrest these people and lock them up to an extreme degree of prejudice, if not have them dealt with via a capital mean. Why? Because they're acting like terrorists, incurring physical pain and trying to get away with it. You can't be hurting me like this. Fuck. I got hit by a car yesterday, or a couple days ago. I say yesterday. I was in jail yesterday. I got hit by a car a few days ago, right? That didn't hurt nearly. That didn't hurt nearly as much as every day. It hurts so damn much. Fuck. Every day. Why? Because they're using a rape tactic to block a piece of my literal physiology. They've grabbed my wife and they're abusing me through her. Well, then who am I bonded to? Like, that's the thing that I don't understand when the police are like, well, are you single or are you married? Well, I mean, I think science would say that I'm bonded in a marriage capacity to these women who have chosen to do this and who are abusing me. But I can't even get fucking, like, R. Kelly with his live-in girlfriends, which is more biblical than what the fuck is going on here. It makes more sense also because it's more people's reality. Most women are acting like that, most men are acting like, the system is inherently set up so that a bad reality choice is set in front of most people, and it's not being remedied, and the only way it's remedied, give me sovereignty, stop abusing me. I saw Daniel Nanasi saying like, oh, all these people wanting to be sovereign citizens. I've been abused. There's no legal recourse for this. Actually, I can't get months, if not years of my life back. I've been tortured literally by the government. This isn't just me making some bullshit up. First of all, you can clearly see illegal shit going on with Nick Vo. I mean, Nick Vo has written poor probable cause, to say the least. It was allowed to go to trial because it's not actually true. I mean, he had to write it in a way where it's not actually true, first of all. So the probable cause is written wrong. It's not the truth, despite Nick Vo perjuring himself, swearing it's the truth. I can literally show you. Here's one example of a small thing that undoes it. I have talked to all three of those women since 2009. In the least, I've talked to Brittany Orlando, Brittany De Orbegasso, and Claire Paget. In the least, I've had connection on Facebook and stuff with them. I mean, I have contacted them. In fact, I think Brittany was gonna come up to Dallas at some point. Like, maybe she was even in Dallas and we just never got together. Did she flake? Did I flake? Oh, I probably didn't flake because that's not the type of person. Unless I'm in jail or some shit. But it's like, are these people paid off around me? I mean, is it right when I think Brittany might be someone who's one of these KS Mas, which, like the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and a wealthy sovereign like that, they have billions of dollars. And someone like me, if they want to crucify me, they don't have to crucify me on a cross like they did to Jesus, like they did to Isa, like the Romans did to Isa. Which, by the way, the Ottoman Empire, these fake Saudis and shit, there is a real, like, empire going on. It's just under the table. I can't really pinpoint. It's all sorts of groups. But I believe they bought off Brittany Orlando's sexuality. Like, I think they bought off a number of women in my reality's sexuality, like their reproductive rights and their life. And they're like, okay, you're gonna be an actor for us. You're placed around this person, and you're gonna go along with your normal life, except we're paying you, and you do what we say. And it's like, first of all, to these women who are like, they have no guidance or direction, it's like, oh, well, there's a thing where I'm worthwhile and I'm being used. See, I think a lot of these women want to be used in a way that is like, they're actually being used. Otherwise, they're just like, well, we're just these receptacles or whatever the fuck. But they're being tricked by men who are using them wrong and who have actively used them wrong. And it's hurting people. It's causing problems. Shit. got 60, but I can't take 60 out. So, do it like this. I'm gonna grab one more candy. And a banana. Thanks. Thanks. Have a blessed night. Thank you. Serve 48. Get up. I think a number of people's actions would be classified as super illegal as compared to like that are in the government actually would be classified as pretty illegal around my actions. And I think that a number of agencies are watching. They know they could take action, like the FBI, NSA could take action and fix my case. They aren't. They could take some sort of circumstance. By the way, there are clear circumstances around me sending these harassing messages. Is there something like where police are like, well, there's exigent circumstances where I can break the law, right? Where there's some kind of exigent circumstances or whatever. There's some kind of situation that's going on where it's clear that I'm taking this action and it's okay, right? Is that what that is? Or that there was some kind of, what is the exigent circumstance? Anyway, that's basically what I'm getting at. There's some kind of clear action that I'm taking here that only by Nick Vo having written this up the way he did, like he's written it up wrong and the judges and stuff are going along with it for whatever reason. Maybe because they want to like string them along and then say, no, you should have never done this. You're acting like terrorists here in the community. You're hurting one of, like, I would say the first family, like the first family of America. You're hurting the king of America, the king of the world. You're hurting some people that people really like all over the world. You're hurting everybody, actually. Inherently, I'm caught in like this brain-dead ass system. That's what I'm saying is like the end of the Bible, even the book of Daniel is like, there is a system with iron teeth and shin. It's like when I'm in there and they're just going off processes and regulations, right? That's how they're doing it here, and in other countries I think they're actually using like drones and shit to strike people down. But here they harass like, they can't do that because that would mean they would be taken out of their positions of authority, but they can use the police agencies to harass away my life. I mean, they can as much as they can get away with it, but I don't actually think that they're getting away with it. It's been part of my point. I'm just really kind of, I say I'm really scared that they are, or I'm about to. It's like, because I can see, like, nobody's taking this appropriately. Like, they've tricked my mom into not taking this appropriately. All she has to do is, to end this, call the news. Call the different news peoples. My son's really being abused here by a major incident. I'm a lawyer here in Houston, Texas. Like, I have a lot of weight behind me, and you guys need to be covering this. I believe my mom does have a lot of weight behind her. Like when I'm throwing around what I consider my weight, and while they're pretending like it's not doing something, I mean, you can see behind the scenes it is, like they have some kind of Truman Show thing around me, but like I can see that it's clearly affecting things and that it's hurting people, that they're still trying to play like a Truman Show game around me where it's really obvious, like people all around the world could look into my reality. Like I'm getting messages from South Africa, but they're blocking my communication with people, like my forward communication, and they're allowing abuse and harassment against me instead of fixing any problem. And this is why anybody goes through this. Do you get it? Like when I'm saying they're raping me, they're like, and they're making an example to everybody, they're raping everybody. Because if you're connected to me going forward, you live and we go to the future that works. These people are trying to create a future that doesn't work. That's what I've been saying. You can go this direction or that direction. That's why the end is, you can take the mark of the beast or the mark of the living God, the seal of the living God, a living magistrate. So these judges, I mean, take that into consideration. These people don't give a fuck about a magistrate. When people say they're on demonic shit or demon shit or devil shit, which one of them was like, fuck God shit. I heard different shit while I was in there. I heard someone say, fuck God shit, I'm on some devil shit. Well, then these people should be saying, yeah, clearly this magistrate who is actively the word of God over everything is someone we should be taking seriously instead of abusing with our magistrate, because his magistrate actually seems to have more power. He's just being very, very patient with us. Like he has unlimited power over everything. He could have done what he said already, but he's being very patient, seeing what people do. I mean, I already consigned that I'm dead. They already raped away my life, like actually. I'm already dead. Like, this isn't the life that I wanted. I died a couple years ago. Like, not only is this not the life I wanted, it's like I'm actively being pressured on and stressed and attacked by groups of people with lots of resources and shit. This isn't the life that I wanted, you know? But even in there, like in the jail, first of all, I think they're trying, like, are they trying to send me to jail to bother me? Because that's the whole point. It's like, at this point, the people in the jail are like, I think they know my situation. I mean, the dudes are calling me like, in the cell, they're calling me rock star. I don't know if that's if it's because of my looks or whatever. They're like, yo, rock star. And it's like, I have a feeling a lot of the people are aware of who I am, and they like signal in ways which is like, they can't outwardly signal that they know who I am, but they can signal in these ways or something. They like feel the vibe. Like one of the guys in there, you even see him on the video, the lady told him something. He's like, ma'am, I'm a child of God. I'm a child of Jesus. And the lady was like, she like stopped taking him seriously then, and then after she had already insulted him, she stopped taking him seriously and told him to go sit down, and like made him wait longer on getting released out of prison or out of jail. Like, what the fuck kind of brain damage is that? That's abuse. It's like these people are in positions of authority and they're just abusing people. That's why people don't give a fuck about this authority, actually. Like, that's actually why people don't give a fuck. Because they do have authority and they're abusing it. So the concept of authority is this thing of abuse. I mean, seriously, actually, that's really a fucking problem. How do the judges not see this? Like, if you want a way back in the community where you're not seen as fucking enemies of everybody, you guys actually need to be working with me and the community and not against me and the community. Like, I don't have to be talking to everyone in the community in the same time for me to be the leader and hub in the community. Do you get it? Because I already kind of am, but I don't have to be like actively, especially when a number of them are already watching. Like, I literally think this might bring like gangs of people that would never get together normally together to deal with the police in a way which is so brutal and terrible. Not by my choice, But when they're making this example, it's like, so you guys are the reason you're letting a computer, like Nick Vo is just some idiot being used by a computer to abuse literally the only family that is worthwhile, I think. I say the only family that's worthwhile. The only example of a family in public that I can see in Houston that's trying to make change really and do something worthwhile. Actually, I mean, any other families would have to be with us, otherwise you're against us. Do you get it? So even the wealthy Cullens and stuff, like, you're causing problems when you're not working with me imminently and fixing things. You're the terrorists here. I'm of the people with the little resources and who have spent my time making music and trying to deal with myself until they got into my own personal bubble and abused me. I mean, that one's really obvious. I have my own personal space. Once they broached into that and abused me in it, that was it. It's like, I see that cop car. I don't have an issue with that specific police officer. I don't have an issue with a lot of these police officers. I have a specific issue with Nick Vo because I think he's a dangerous rogue officer who makes all other police officers look bad. His inaction, his inability to reason, even what he reasoned at me. Well, why can't you just ignore these women? Why can't these other women just ignore me? Like, they literally filed charges which are destroying my life. I didn't do fuck all other than call out their abuse on me, and you're actually affecting my First Amendment rights in this. Like, this is not harassing communication. If they hadn't done anything, if they weren't connected to me previously, and specifically this, if they saw that this was happening publicly and had said something, there'd be no issue with me against them. I don't have any issue with a lot of these women. The issue is I can clearly see that they're watching this Stephanie Houston character acting as a death squad abuse away my life actively. Roland Cisneros was here. So, like, that's a police officer. I was just hit by a car. I mean, to be honest, I just explained, I don't really want that woman to go through shit. Like, unless the NSA can look over her phone calls and say, yeah, she was paid off to hit you, then I would say, okay, yeah, lock her up. Fuck that lady. I say lock her up. I mean, I don't even like these jails and shit, how we do the jails and stuff. It's so impersonal. It's like a literal mechanical system that abuses away people's lives instead of, like, actually engages what they need. Maybe my family has been here. The bottom lock is locked. Hello. All that was is I hit my head on I hit my camera. Is the stream still going somewhat? Okay, well, this is what was worrying me, and it's good. By the way, the police officers in their report brought up that I had a Glock. They can see a box on the table that says Glock 19. Except, first of all, Nick Vo clearly brought up he knows I have airsoft guns. Like, these people know I have airsoft guns. Even the people harassing me online know I have airsoft guns. Why the fuck they're trying to pretend and use that as evidence and reasons as to why I'm harassing Nick Vo? It's more of them just trying to put up anything. That should be a clear example. It's a fucking toy gun. And the reason I'd want guns to defend myself, people know I have toy guns and they're fucking threatening me here, and the police are like, he might have a Glock box. We don't know. We don't know. We can't help him. We can't do anything but put charges on him. It's like, you guys are terrorists here in America. Nick Vo has been paid off. He is an abusive terrorist here in America, actually. No, this doesn't go away, Nick Vo. The weight of this just builds. All right. So, I am still live. It's still live and recording. So, yo, I'm back. I just got released from jail. Like, actually, I just walked back from, I got bonded out and walked back from jail. The police, while the plumbers, like, when I went outside to go deal with the plumbers, the police were waiting because they're watching my entire reality, and instead of helping me, they're they're abusing me because, and I think that they made these charges on me the day after I spoke up out against Islam and said Islam was a joke religion and that Mohammed bin Salman was a terrorist and a corrupt abuser paying off people here in Houston and shit. Like, literally the day afterwards, I had false charges on me. So I think that, I think Sharia law is active here in America via a form of pay off the police to abuse away this guy's life. And I say Sharia law, I mean fake Islam, because that's all that these fucking fake Saudi people, even when I'm in the place, we're watching this video on people hating on the Saudi government from their whatever, but anyway, okay, I'm back. This is what's going on. I'm gonna chill out and relax and try to, like, get back into reality. It's Thursday, so I've blown, like, I was in jail all the past, like, all day today, all of Wednesday, and half of Tuesday. And I haven't been able to reach out to anybody that I was trying to contact to get help on for this, and I haven't been able to talk to my lawyer. It's literally that they're trying to add more charges on me and harass me before the date of my case, specifically to cause problems for me. Not to help the community, not to defend people or be counter-terrorist or anything, just to harass me. Like, Nick Vo has it in his mind, I'm a bad person, and he's going to abuse my family and I because I have said these things to these women who have clearly been participating in this game of abuse around me. I mean, there's clear evidence of it, and it's really obvious, even in his mindset. Why can't you just ignore Matt Wilkins? But they wanted to press charges. I mean, this is illegal. It goes down as illegal. Nick Vo's in the future going to have his badge and stuff taken. I care zero fucks. I give zero fucks. I will work my entire life to make sure that this, and in cases like this, IA seemed to be some guy who was working for his police buddies, not trying to deal with people. Hiram Vaughn, I mean, he can give a fuck when I took that report. That's my point. There actually needs to be IA holding police to account. I'm doing that in public, and this is my time capsule because I'm not being afforded proper rights here to actually get it out. So this is my time capsule to the future that maybe years from now I'll be able to use this specifically to get back and, like, get my rights back. When I say get back, I'm not gonna hurt people. Nick Vo, I'm not gonna hurt you or any police officer. I'm not out here to hurt you or any police officer. I'm not here to hurt anybody. My whole point is, if you're attacking me, there are people who are watching you that are going to deal with you like this. This is what you are. This is your future because of how you've attacked me. So, and even then, it's my right to say people's future is hell. As we look at Jerusalem here, where these concepts come out of. I mean, we live in a Judeo-Christian society, so most of the concepts that come out of this religion that I'm the penultimate point of, the omega point of. So that omega point gets wrapped up as the alpha point. The alpha and the omega. Does that make sense now to these people? All right. I mean, I'm going to keep filming. But that's it for now. It's pretty damn hot. It was cold. Now it's pretty damn hot. But maybe it's just because I walked and I was wearing all that clothes and all that other stuff. Also, I mean, I think one of the ways that you know that I don't think that people are... Like, I think people like my family here in the community. Here, like, look, that's my family. Like, that's me. It's me and Santa. It's me. That's Moses Leroy. They go to the park down the street. That's my mom. She helps people in the community. Unlike Nick Vo. Like, actually, my mom's a good, hardworking woman, and Nick Vo's destroying her son's life for no reason. And, like, I can't get my mom to engage it right because the Dynamo also lied to her, and so did Joel Macaluso. So, like, a number of people ending with the police lying to my mom and saying that I'm a bad person. I don't think my mom thinks I'm a very good person, and that really sucks because I don't think I'm a bad person. I just farted, but I don't think I'm a bad person. I think everybody farts. If you don't, you'll probably have gas problems. But seriously, I don't think I'm a bad person. I think I'm a really good person and a model here in the community. Yo, I took the battery out and then I had to repair the file. But what I was saying is that it just died while I was talking. So I don't know if it made, like, I was still saying that I was a good person, then I farted. And I was like, well, I guess it doesn't make me a bad person that I farted. I don't know if that was on it, because when I turned it around, it wasn't registering. But I don't think I'm a bad person. I think I'm a really good person trying to get a better world together here in Houston. Like, I'm using Houston as a basis and getting things together. And someone from outside of Houston has found that he can be a police officer in this city and cause problems for me and my family. I'm living in my family's home again. My dad was born and sent to Vietnam out of this house, and then had to fight people against his will. I'm having to fight the police against my will. I think I've been drafted into a system where America's under attack in 2019, and they're using the law, and I've had to give myself up because I can't go shoot police officers to get my point over that the police are being used corruptly, because it's a gang. It's like they just take someone out and put someone in. It's like it's a mechanical gang that can use any number of people from anywhere, from any community here, instead of working with me. This is my grandpa, who was drafted into World War II. So you have multiple veterans, and then you have me. I didn't join because he told me not to, because my dad told me not to. It would appear. I mean, I was so amped up to do it a number of times, and part of my point is, I actually think I did join to a degree. I just joined under my capacity, saying, this is what's wrong with America. This is how America's being attacked. If I go and speak up to some group and say what's happening, like if 4 years ago I went to the Army and said, this is how we're under attack, I wouldn't have been listened, or the Navy or whomever, I wouldn't have been listened to properly. Like, they wouldn't have dealt with this. Same thing, if I'd gone to the police or whomever, I mean, this whole situation hasn't happened, but it's clearly like Stephanie Justin's going on, all this stuff's going on. So I'm trying to get this together. Anyway, I'm just gonna put this up here as it was recording previously, and kind of relax, because I just got out of jail and I want to relax. So that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so I can tell you this. Someone has been in here. For sure. It might have been my mom or my dad. One of them was in here for sure. Because this is... oh shit. Because this door was closed. That's all, though, is that this door was closed. Nothing additionally was changed, so. Ow, fuck. Like, I'm bleeding through the thing still, because it's still bleeding. They did my... I'm really happy, actually. At first, I was like, don't touch my bandages. Like, don't change my bandages. I'll do it when I get home. But then they did it, and it was like... there was no way I was gonna do that at home and be okay. Like, I mean, when I say okay, it would have hurt so damn much, like, me trying to do it on my own, because I would have had to, like, go that way and peel off, like, gauze stuck to my wounds. Okay, I'm gonna take this off again, and like I was saying, I need to use the restroom. Like, I get to actually use the restroom, you know, like a real restroom now, and kind of like get back into my reality. And I'm gonna get back in here and here, in fact, all right, that's it. I just got back from jail. That's it. I'm gonna use the restroom now because that's important to me. But this is gonna be the end of the video from where I got out of jail. And again, by the way, this made in Taiwan. I don't even think they let Glocks out of in Taiwan, but I could be wrong. This made in Taiwan airsoft gun is what scared Nick Vo into making felony charges against me, worried that I was gonna go Glock him down with an airsoft gun. And that he's destroying my life and my family's life over shit like that, making up bullshit charges when he knows it's not real, and that he could come talk to me at any time and fix this, but he wants to abuse everyone on the planet because he's a fucking rapist. Actually. Why? Stephanie Jewson is clearly doing what she's doing. She's abusing me. There's a quiet death squad where the people's names are even quiet with an O, specifically alluding to this because it's a public event, a public abuse and execution thing going on. Nick Vo still wants to make, oh, I'm gonna go Glock him down with this airsoft gun. Even if I had a real gun, I wasn't gonna go Glock fucking Nick Vo down. I have people who are already telling me they're gonna Glock me down here. That's been my point. I'm actually worried about the people who are harassing me, not like the people that harassed me, and then when I said that when I sent them satirical, like, fuck you, I'll fuck you in the ass, leave me the fuck alone. Like, that kind of thing. Unless, okay, bring me your asshole and be my, like, work for me and do everything I want. Like, what, this doesn't make sense how they're arguing against this, but it's like, that I'm the one in the wrong because they made, when they made that character Stephanie Jewson, in addition to that, they're sending me messages saying to beware. Just by the way, that one's really obvious on Twitter, and making this woman into a death squad. Again, Nick Vo's still worried I'm gonna Glock 19 him down with this airsoft gun. It's an airsoft gun, as are these guns. Do you get it? These are airsoft guns. And then it's like, the police aren't protecting me in a real way. There are people in the community protecting me. I don't actually have to worry. But the police aren't protecting me in any reasonable way. And they're trying to make up all these things and keep me from getting a weapon to defend myself. When I say I'm being defended by people in the community, I think the idea is I should be a model. And eventually, maybe people don't need guns. But it's like, wait, did someone just threaten me with a gun? That they were going to come and that I don't have a gun? And that it's probably wise that I have a gun. It's like in sword fighting days. It's like if you didn't have a sword and some guy came with a sword, you're going to have a difficult time defending yourself. You know? 2019. Very similar. I'd like a Glock. I'd like a gun, and it's just a very obvious choice. Alright, that's it for that's it for my getting out of jail video. Again, so the judge didn't find probable cause on that. He let me go on that charge. He just dismissed that. Because it's really obvious that the police here are harassing me and are trying to put dumb and abusive charges on me. I mean, it's really obvious. The other charge that they got me in there, they took one of the ones for Bethany Paget, for Claire Paget, and they just doubled it up. Even though I haven't messaged her and her friend has since sent me messages, they said that I messaged her back in November or something, and that was cause to arrest me there and keep me in jail. And that was why they had me in jail that whole time. Otherwise, right after the judge said that there was no probable cause on that, I would have been let go. And also, they made me pay an extra $200, and I had to a $2,000 bond, which means I have to pay $200. Just it's gone. And then, like, if I don't show up or if there's some kind of issue, I might have to pay $2,000 on that bond, which is just like, instead of fixing my problems or anybody's problems, I had tons of money working with this crypto stuff, and we could have been to a future where there's tons of money. Instead, they want to let these oil money assholes abuse away my life and cause fucking problems for everyone on the planet. Fuck! I mean, seriously, this is problematic. The police are hurting everyone. It's just a fact at this point. So, alright, the Houston police. By the way, when I said that they need a new badge, like, we already have new badges for the new police. Their badges suck. They don't even have America on there properly. America looks like a blob. So the rest of America, you can look at HPD like, why do you think we're all just some blob that doesn't actually fucking matter? Because that's what they look like on the badges. North America just looks like some random fucking blob. It's really, really not cool in 2019 claiming to be Space City, y'all. Actually, like, you're hurting the image of Houston. Fuck. Alright, that's it. You're hurting the image of police and Houston and everything. You're hurting the image of authority and good. Blue, the color blue. You can all blame that on Nick Bo. All right, everybody, have a blessed day. I'm gonna, here, last thing. I will message Roland Cisneros about my hit and run. But I don't really, I mean, you can find the video on YouTube, and I know that it's public, so if they actually really cared, they wouldn't come and talk to me. There would be some sort of thing set up around me that's like, okay, we can engage Matt Wilkins through his agent, through his mom, who is his agent, or whatever the fuck, something like that. But what's happening now is just abuse, and like the system's being used. There's nothing I can do, and like literally there would have to be federal intervention on this, which there should be, and I've asked for it, and it's really obvious this is illegal. And even I think after Trump's taken out of office, this might actually happen. Like, that might even be the book. Yeah, a court case is being held and the beast is taken off of his beast throne. Trump goes around on a beast limo, says he's a beast. Or, I think that's the implied point. And he's clearly not engaging in any of this rationally. Like, I mean, I think that might be it. He might be taken off his throne of abuse, which is the American throne, and then it's like, well, wait. Why do we have this when this person's been attacked and he's actually representing that and standing for that, and actually, like, there seems to be already this thing here in America doing it with more reason, and like actually just America is functioning and these people tried to steal it away or something. So, all right, that's it. I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna end this, and then I'm gonna end the video, and that's the end of me getting out of jail. So I hope you enjoyed that. Have a blessed day. Have a blessed one. God loves you. Jesus loves you. Hallelujah. Yo. Yeah. Have a blessed one. Yeah.